Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkovic. Today we're going to be talking about how to carry your sticks in your stand into the woods with you. Okay, now a lot of us have straps on them. Me, I use my straps just to get it up the tree, but a lot of guys will carry their stands and their sticks on their back like this. That is just fine. There's nothing wrong with that if you're not carrying a pack or any of that kind of stuff, and I'll show you some examples of how to do that. Notice though the way I'm carrying it. Okay, notice you can't see it behind my neck here, any of this kind of stuff. It is tucked in there low and down low. It is not way up here, okay, like this, where it's going to be up there high and snagging on stuff. We want it down low so it hides behind your body as you walk through the brush and that sort of thing. So that's important so that you can wiggle through and fit through stuff. But there's a couple different ways to get it out there. If you're just carrying a sticks and stand like this in a possibles bag or a little fanny pack or something little, fine, carry it on your back just like this. It's comfortable. I can carry this all day. This rig weighs about 14 pounds. Nothing to it. I can carry this all day long like this, real easy, real simple. I could take my extra clothing and strap it right to the bag or onto the pack, my camera arm on there, or I mean right onto the stand. You could bungee cord that stuff right on there easy. And you can even pack a deer out on your stand like this too by taking it, laying it on the ground, putting your game bags on, tying it right to this frame, carrying it out. If you're going to do that, put a hip belt on this. Okay, I've done videos on that about 6, 8, 9 years ago where I had a hip belt on this system too, and it works very well. So it's a great system. Me, I just use these straps to get it up the tree. I carry my pack or my stands on my actual pack. Now, another way you can do it that I see a lot of people do it with a small pack. If you're carrying a small lightweight pack, you can take and put your pack right on the stand, something kind of like this. Now, again, obviously it would be a smaller bag, but you can just hang it right on the ears of the stand like you see right there. See how I hung that right on those ears? And then put that right on your back, just like this, and that would work too for a smaller bag. I would not do that with this big of a bag. I would do that with a smaller bag. Otherwise, there's better options. There's still people that will carry their stands like this because they think they want that weight closest to them. Not a bad thing, but I find that very restrictive. If I have to shoot at an animal walking into the woods with this on here and the weight of a pack on there, I can't flex very well because it's such a rigid backboard here in this that I have all that weight on my shoulders. It's very hard to do this, where at least having a hip belt would help get that up enough where you'd have that relaxed on your shoulders and a little more movement. So just a tip for you. Now, when I'm doing it, what I do differently is I actually put the stand on my back. Now, in order to stand on my pack, in order to do that, there are some requirements of your backpack. You're going to want a bag like this amazing Kuiu bag, okay? But any bag that has these crossover, what we call compression straps, okay? These compression straps that are on the front right here will let me hook my stand here, and the compression straps here let me hook it here and hold my stand real tight against this. Another thing I love about this bag is it has side compression straps here, which are independent of that, so I can actually run these ones on the side by hooking these together. Hang on, we're trying. One-handed, there we go. But I can then snug my bag. Watch the bag, which is loose right now. I can take that bag, snug that right up nice and tight, and really collapse that bag down before I even put that on. Makes for a very tight, compact setup. Like here's another one down here on the bottom. Sorry, this bag's about 20 pounds. I got all my camera gear in it except for the camera I'm using, but I can snug this up real nice and tight here and have a very small footprint of a bag, and do that on both sides. Like even on this side here, we take this one, we lock it together, and I snug that up nice and tight, pull this one real tight. You can see how we just compacted the whole size of that pack. Now this is even with 20 pounds of gear in it. Look how narrow in design that is when I put that on, okay? It's a very small profile of a pack when we stick this on here, and then I'm gonna put my stand on there. But when we put this on and we snug her up, we lock this in, it's very comfortable and not a very big pack for 20 pounds of gear. Saddle, or my harness is in there, lineman belts in there, binoculars are in there, 2 cameras, a GoPro, all of my gear, all of my hunting gear I need, everything is in this bag. Water, 2 things of water, 3 Snickers bars, spare batteries, everything I can think of is already in this bag, and you can see how nice and tight of a profile that is. Now, to put my stands on that, what I do is I use those 2 compression straps I just showed you. So we're going to take this bag, I'm going to reframe that camera so you can see. We're going to throw this bag right on the ground, right there, okay? And I'm going to reframe this show you how we do it here. So we're going to take this, we're going to turn it so you can see, just like that. And what we're going to do now is we are going to take the stand. So we have this pack laying here, set up just like this. We got our compression strap here, compression strap there, one here on the front side. I just take this pack, the stand, I grab it, I just throw my 2 straps there. Now if I have extra clothing, say I want to throw my jacket on there, I'll put my jacket right on that pack first and sandwich it between the stands and the sticks. Okay, and I just lay that right on there. I reach here and I grab this compression strap which comes up, and I grab this compression strap which comes up. You can see I got both of them right here. I'm connecting them together, and I just wrench that down. There it is. Okay, we now got a stand mounted on there. We take the bottom compression straps here, comes up, lays right here. We take this one right here and we bring it right up through here, right through the grade of the platform, put it on there, snug that down, and now we can put it here if we want to get it down, lower it for support. But now we have that stand is mounted on there. It takes literally like 12 seconds to mount that on my bag. Then I can stand that up and I have a whole rig right there. Nice, narrow, simple profile, as you're seeing. And we'll readjust that camera and throw it on so you can see what we're talking about here. So we'll bring this up to about like yay. So if I grab that, yeah, you can. I'm actually too high there. No, let me bring you down just a touch. Sorry. So you can see well. There we go. Okay. But now we take this bag, grab it. When we throw this on, now all of them, that weight of everything is supported by an amazing suspension system. Okay, these are high quality shoulder straps. I have a high quality hip belt right here that's absolutely phenomenal. So when you put all that stuff into the mix, look at how tight this is on my shoulders right now as it's just hanging there. Okay, again, very kind of restrictive, and I'm feeling that weight pulling me down. It wants to tip me back. I'm feeling that weight on my shoulders of everything. Okay, but as soon as we lift this up, we hit the we put on the hip belt like this. Snug that up. Now look, the shoulder straps aren't even doing nothing. Okay, all the weight is carried on my hips right here. That's where all that weight is. Take the compression strap for the shoulder or sternum strap, put that on. Now that's all right there. I can adjust it in tighter, looser, whatever I want to. But I mean, you can see. Look at that. Okay. You know, it's none of the weight is on my shoulders. It's all right here, comfortable, very, very comfortable. I can shoot all day. I don't have any binding. I don't have nothing. It's a narrow profile. Again, as I go through the woods, I fit through there pretty well. Is it sticking out further than it being on my back? Yes, but I got to carry it somehow. Okay, it's got to be carried somehow. This gives me the most comfort, the best option, and it keeps it kind of tucked in behind me, and I hide right through that stuff, and it's a very functional system. This is the most comfortable way I found to carry it. Now, there's other options too. I'll show you real quick. But so when we do that with this, and it's, look at how quick this comes off. I get to the stand, I drop this down, I set it right here. I click once, I click twice, and I pull it apart. I mean, how easy is that? Okay. Now another option that I do sometimes too, if I'm not going in very far, and I know it's not very far, my bag would be all sealed up and tightened up together, but I will take this, pointing it this way, and I will just throw it on my shoulder like this, and I just carry it this way like this, bow in this hand, and I walk in this way. It's very easy for me to guide this as I walk in and out of brush, as I come through this stuff, to very simply use that stand to push and guide and wiggle it through there and maneuver that pretty easy because I have it on the front. It hangs on my shoulder and I can move this in or out. So for close spots, pretty easy to do. And I don't mind. It's not hurting nothing because it's actually hanging on my pack strap, which is right here. So it's no pressure on my shoulder whatsoever. It's nice, comfortable, and convenient, and it's a great way to carry it. Again, for short trips, I like better to be able to have my hands free, get down low, look at stuff, so I usually have it on my back. But if I'm going into a close spot or somewhere that's easy or I already know, this is a great way to do it too. So don't overthink carrying your stand, but there's some great options out there. Hopefully this gives you a couple different variations to look at. For me, it is 20% of the time like this because it's just easy and quick to do and I know I'm not going far, or it is mounted on my bag, which again, even to put it on there real time, take the bag, set the bag down, the straps a little pull like this, take the stand, pull those in, set that on there, pull it right up, pull it right up, Lock them together. Done. Well, that one up through here. That one up through here. They're on there. Done. Flip her up. Throw her on your back. And you are done. I mean, it's literally that easy. Get my belt a little loosened so I got some slack to grab it. Put that on. Snug it. Done. So it's a very, for me, this process here is by far the best way. Like I said, I got both my hands free. I fit through everything really well. It's not a huge big bulk sticking off of me. Just makes it very simple and easy. Hopefully it gives you some ideas and some things to maybe figure out how to tweak or make your system the best way you can too. So I'll put some links down below for some of this stuff too in there for you. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.